I'm Jeanneane Maxon, Vice President of External Affairs and Corporate Counsel for Americans United for Life. As Corporate Counsel for an organization that promotes a lot of pro-life legislation, I've come to know well the various parameters that are allowed for 501c3s to lobby. The great news is that, in spite of what many 501c3s are told by people who are unknowledgeable about these parameters, 501c3s can lobby, and can lobby very effectively. What 501c3s cannot do is endorse candidates for public office. If you have any questions about anything that I'm going to talk about today, it's really important to run those questions by a local attorney, or if you have questions about circumstances particular to your 501c3 organization. If you ever are considering making comments about candidates for public office, then it's really important to run those by a local attorney as well. But the primary restriction is that you cannot endorse a candidate for public office. However, you can lobby. Now, there are some restrictions to lobbying for 501c3s, and those restrictions are that you cannot expend a substantial portion of your resources on lobbying. Now, that would include time as well as money. The IRS, however, is very hazy about what it means by substantial. However, if you are spending 5% or less of your time and resources on lobbying, then you are in good company and can feel secure moving forward with your lobbying efforts. If there's any question that you would be spending more than that, I recommend that your 501c3 look into getting what's called a 501h election. This particular election allows you to spend up to 20% of your income on lobbying per year. If you're interested in a 501h election, you should consult with a local attorney. It's also very important when you're lobbying to know that lobbying does not just have to be direct lobbying, where you go and talk to a legislature about a specific bill or piece of legislation. You can also encourage your donors and supporters and other people that you have contacts with to support legislation. And there are many, many other permissible parameters around lobbying. I would encourage you to look into those more. I also want to provide you some tips for effective lobbying. Please bear these in mind as you go out and lobby to promote legislation. Be timely. Don't show up late to any meetings. Be brief and to the point. Legislatures don't like people who come in and ramble. They have very little time in their schedules, particularly during the legislative season. Know the bill that you are supporting and know it well so that you're able to answer any questions that might arise during your lobbying efforts. Also, be sure to commend your legislature freely and thank him or her for their time. And finally, be prepared to educate your legislature on your mission and the specific work of your 501c3 organization.